We are in progress. We are recording. We are having some fun even before the party starts. We are excited to welcome Tom Argiro from HBG Consulting, that is helping local businesses, or pardon me, helping local business communities grow.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we're going to talk about what that means, because local, first of all, what is local? I'm local in the Cabeza, but we'll talk about that later. And then community. So maybe not just a single individual business, but a group of businesses is what that's suggesting to me.
That is correct.
All right. So give us your, 60-second elevator pitch before I start bombarding you with 1,000 questions. Tom, welcome. What is this all about?
Thank you, Scott, for having me here. HBG Consulting, helping businesses grow, was the original gist of this. As I've ended up in chamber leadership for the past 5 or 6 years, and I've continued to develop software that helps chambers as well as helping other communities. I've discovered that the tools that I have available to me and the tools that I've built software-wise are a good fit for both the business owners themselves, the small business owners, as well as the communities that they belong to. So chambers of commerce, I'm working with a couple churches right now that want to put up business directories for their congregation that happen to be business owners. I've got a couple strip malls where a handful of businesses that are underneath one management company are considering looking at this new tool that I've developed. So it's really about bringing together more of a sense of community and lifting up the businesses that are a part of that.
Wow. Okay.
That's a bigger vision. That's a bigger vision.
It's a great vision, and it's way, way, way more than I thought. See, I see the word consulting and I immediately think, business coach or,
Right.
Business consultant. Well, I'm going to tell you how to build your business, and this is what we're going to do. But it sounds like you have a very, very specific niche, and it's
Yes, sir.
revolved around your software. Is that correct?
That is correct. And the niche happens to be, and the reason why all the graphics and stuff behind me here, it's really about the data analytics and data visualization that I was blessed to be able to develop for large corporate Fortune 100 financial sector businesses in a 30-year career. And the whole time was a little frustrated that small business owners need these tools but don't have access to them. And clearly not affordable, $100,000, $500,000 projects, right? You can't do that as a small business owner. So what I've developed over the years now, since I've left corporate and I've been in chamber leadership in this process, I've discovered how to bring this to the smaller business owners.
Okay. I'm thrilled about the word analytics, but before I get off on the deep end over there, let's stay on this idea about helping local business communities grow. So you mentioned malls or any kind of a group of businesses that work together as a team. So networking group, I'm assuming, right? And then chambers, as you described.
Yes.
What I'm looking to find out, first of all, is what does local mean? Is it just Arizona? Is it just Phoenix? Or is local the 4 states on the west?
So I have clients across the country.
You do?
There are 5,000 chambers to work with.
Wow.
And there are 34,000 churches across the country that all have business owners that are members, right? So it's about taking a local community, whatever that hub happens to be, whether it's the Wichita Chamber of Commerce or the North Phoenix Chamber of Commerce or Boston, Massachusetts, little suburb with 200 business owners, part of a small chamber as a suburb of Massachusetts, and helping them locally, helping keep that traffic local.
So it definitely refers to the local community versus you're just working in a local space. You're
Correct.
Statewide, but you're helping local groups.
Correct.
Okay. See?
Correct.
We're on the same page now. So you're talking about software. I'm the nerd about software. Are we talking CRM, customer relation management tool, or is it something different?
Just about anything that you can track. Just about anything you can track in a spreadsheet. And a CRM is one piece or one option you could build out in this. Now, it's a very light CRM, Scott. It's nothing like what you run and manage with your database over the years that you've developed. But it's a very entry level, first pass light CRM to get somebody out of a spreadsheet and into a database for the first time. Time tracking tools, project management tools, social media posting, calendars, anything that you would be using a spreadsheet for gets moved into a database for the first time for a lot of business owners. And then once the data is there and it's in a database, now you can start to collect some information and analytics, et cetera, around that, and have better eyes on your business.
I think that is so important, because a lot of times people will put information, data, into an Excel spreadsheet, but it really doesn't share with them information that is usable. It's there, you can look at it, but it doesn't necessarily speak to you. So I'm assuming analytics, are we talking pie charts, graphs? You tell me.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Any way to visualize data. It's about data visualizations.
And do you have choices as to how you can visualize the data? In other words, you prefer pie charts, or you prefer the bar graph, or you prefer, that thing that goes.
Yeah. I try to also build smarter tools than that, and not turn the user necessarily completely loose on picking and choosing the wrong type of chart to represent certain types of data. So I try to be a little bit more data aware, and then narrow them down to a couple of choices that make sense. So time series, for instance, I've got this graph. Let me put my finger in front of me here, but this graph here happens to be a great example of something that you would use across time, because you're going to plot, right, how data moves across time. That's a horrible way to plot categories of businesses, right? You wouldn't do a line graph for categories. You would use a bar chart, similar to this bar chart down here, for categorical data. Right, so,
and so you've made those choices for them within the software
by being smart enough about the type of data they're collecting. So when I see dates, I know that a date makes sense to do a line graph, for instance. But if I don't see a date, a line graph may not be an option.
Excellent. Interesting. All right. So data entry. I'm getting way down in the weeds here.
Yes, sir.
There's an online version, and then there's a software version. And you did mention software. So software is, this is me on my machine, and all the data file remains on my machine.
This is all cloud-based.
This is all cloud-based. All cloud-based.
All
That's
web.
Excellent.
All mobile responsive web. Yes.
Mobile responsive as well.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Very nice.
Has to be in today's world. If you can't get to it, mobile first is how I develop. So if you can't get to it on your phone, it's useless, right? If you can't.
Outstanding.
If you and your clients or customers, potential customers, can't fill out surveys and et cetera, mobile.
Forgive me for this wave of a moment. I've got a fly that's in my office. I apologize. But I at least needed to explain why I was waving around.
I thought I was giving you the vapors.
Oh, I'm so verklempt. Oh my, it's so exciting. Okay. So when we see consulting, you're not just providing the software tools. I'm assuming that you're coaching in some capacity, or training, or teaching, or assisting them.
Yeah, there's some component of that as well. So strategic planning is a piece of this as well. So the types of things that a business may want to be tracking are going to be maybe some higher level strategic plan, setting some goals, balanced scorecard, all of those types of things then to track their progress. Part of that is where the consulting comes in. And again, it's built into the same tools.
And the tool, is it a monthly fee? Is it a one-time flat fee?
It's a monthly subscription.
And do you have like components? So if you want this, it's this fee. And if you want to add this extra component or feature, it's this extra fee? Or is everything inclusive?
Absolutely. It's all tiered. Yeah, no, it's all tiered.
It's all tiered. Okay.
Yep. Pick and choose from the menu, and it's Chinese menu. Pick something from all three columns and run from there. So
can you give us like a starting point, a high and a low, for perspective for people who are listening and are looking for the right tool for their?
Absolutely. So there's actually a free version. If you're not capturing more than 100.
Stop the presses. Alert the media. Really?
I know, right? If you're not capturing more than about 100 records, and you're a small nonprofit perhaps, and or you're getting in and you're testing the data and testing the collection of the data and getting a feel for the software, all you need to do is create an account. There's no cost for this.
Wow.
Once you're hitting a new threshold and you've collected 100 records in your data, you're given an opportunity to upgrade, right?
Mhm.
$20 a month through 500 or more, depending on how big your company is, what you plan on doing, how many users are on, number of seats, collaborating, all that sort of thing. So
Excellent.
broad
Okay.
spectrum from 0 to 500 or more
Per month.
per month.
Plus
Those are monthly
tiered
subscriptions.
options and features.
Absolutely.
Okay. Excellent. And again, churches, chambers, networking groups, organizations, as you mentioned, charity or businesses that are dealing with businesses. Right?
Yes, anybody who's a hub of other businesses. Anyone who functions as a
other
hub.
businesses.
Yep.
Okay, I got it.
Wednesday Breakfast Club is part of it. You're one of those hubs. A Chamber of Commerce is the hub. Churches are hubs because they have members that happen to be business owners.
Right? And who does the data belong to?
Oh, they own their own data. Absolutely, they own their data. Okay. I'm not.
So if they want to move, they can move?
Easy to export. Importing and exporting is built into the tool.
And what about import?
Imports and exports are built into the tool.
Excellent. Yep. In the old days, some of the different CRM companies, they would hold your data hostage. If you didn't pay your monthly fee, not only did you lose your data, but if you didn't pay, they would actually delete it all and you'd have to start all over again.
No. That's a horrible way to do business.
Well, I won't tell you, 2 or 3 of the large companies who did that.
Oh, good Lord. Okay.
But they were large names.
Yeah, don't mention their names here.
I won't.
HBG is not one of them.
Well,
as large as we are, HBG is not one of them.
That is outstanding. Okay, so because you're a numbers guy and you're the analytics, I'm looking for 3. I just pulled this out of my hat, by the way, the one I'm not wearing.
Put me in the hot seat.
3 reasons a company would want to use your consulting services and your software.
3 reasons. Reason number 1, they need to get a handle on their strategic plan. Right, they're wobbling around without any goals and without being able to monitor the health of that organization. I guess I just touched on a couple. So they need to set better goals, and then they need to monitor those goals. There's at least 2 reasons. And maybe they just don't know how to track other things in the business. That would be a third. If they're part of a collaborative community and looking for some shared resources, very similar to a chamber. So and it's interesting the reaction that people have when they hear Chamber of Commerce. Those of us who are north of 40 years old know what a Chamber of Commerce is. Those that are under 40 have no clue, and typically they've not heard of a chamber. So a business directory, a shared calendar of events, a job board. Folks are hiring today and need to promote local deals, member deals, all that sort of thing, member to member deals, press releases. These are all the types of public facing content that a local business owner should have a platform for promoting themselves, for marketing themselves. And that's what this tool provides.
Excellent.
As one piece of it, that's the public facing community component, as well as the small business managing their own data. So no Chamber of Commerce in the country and no software for chamber management that I've discovered yet marries both of those pieces. There's always that public facing, here's how we promote our members, but they don't give their members the tools to run their businesses. So this platform does both.
All right, let me, because I'm like the guy who doesn't know anything, so I asked the questions.
I just whacked you. Okay.
Thank you. Well, you did. And I went, wait a minute. What's this? What? Okay. So if I'm a chamber, not only is this tool useful for me as the owner of the chamber so that I can manage all of the businesses, my hub, if you will, but there are also tools from within your software that the individuals within the hub also get to access. Wow.
All the business owners that belong to that chamber have access to a free entry-level CRM unless they choose to upgrade.
Wow.
They all have, every single business owner in that community has access to time tracker, project planning, all the tools that goal setting.
And
This is about lifting up the business owners and the entire community.
that is outstanding.
Yeah. No chamber offers tools like this to their members yet.
Does the chamber typically resell the features that you're offering as an add-on
There's some affiliate opportunity. There's affiliate opportunity.
Okay.
So yeah, so the chambers come in at the $20 a month. They're the central hub. They're bringing in 100, 500 new members to me, right? 10, 20% of them are going to opt in and become paid members for me. And 80%, 90% will always continue to simply maintain their profile for free. It's built right into my business model.
And if I'm a member of a chamber and the chamber is using this service and I decide that I also want to use the service as a member of the chamber, if I leave the chamber, can I continue to use your service?
The contract is between me and that business. And the only thing that happens is that they get pulled out of the chamber's directory. They lose the community link, but they don't lose access to everything that they've built. They can continue to run their business.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there a storefront kind of a look to this thing that they can personalize, or is it really just about data and analytics?
It's all about
and they're
the
not
backend
getting
data.
involved
For this particular tool. I have another tool that's a whole different virtual business expo. That's a whole different product, but
that's for another conversation.
It's another conversation. This one, yep.
Normally I don't go this long, but there's so much that I don't know or don't understand about this very unique tool and how fascinating this is, because it's really truly not just for the individual business, but it's for the complete community, that everyone benefits, like the boat in the harbor and that raises all ships.
Rising tides raise all boats. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. And that's what this is about. This is about building a rising tide in a community. Yes, sir.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Well, if anyone has any interest in any of this conversation, of course, Tom's information, right there, wherever he's pointing, plus it'll be in the show notes. And if you have any questions, you can contact, his contact information will be there as well. Thank you so much, Tom, for taking the time to enlighten us on this great tool.
Thank you, Scott. I appreciate the opportunity to share this today. So this is actually, this has been a very fun project. And yeah, it's, I appreciate your time and the opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.